A deadly factory fire in South Korea, which killed 23 workers, has revived concerns over battery safety in the country. Experts say the incident could sour sentiment in the industry. The nation is a key global supplier of lithium-ion cells used in everything from electric vehicles to energy storage systems. All three of its companies, namely LG Energy, SK On, and Samsung, are among the world's top-tier suppliers. Debate has been fierce over the safety of batteries in vehicles and giant power storage centers. A spate of fires at energy storage sites between 2017 and 2019, prompting intervention from the government and manufacturers to boost standards. The issue has been cited as one of several factors getting in the way of Seoul's efforts to boost the share of clean energy in its power grid. Battery-related fires have also become a growing cause of concern as countries pivot away from fossil fuels and expand their use of clean energy. More battery producers are needed to meet growing demand, and there are worries over whether these players are able to adequately address safety issues. And for more insight, we're joined by Paul Christensen. He is Professor of Pure and Applied Electrochemistry at Newcastle University. Professor Christensen, we've just seen a pan-government task force in South Korea, but the facts for now, the factory in concern produces what they call primary lithium cells. These are single-use, non-rechargeable. They are not lithium-ion cells, which are rechargeable and used in electric vehicles. So they're not the same thing. Do we know anything more, and what conclusions might you draw at this point?
Well, first of all, I'm not convinced either way, whether they are lithium-ion or lithium metal primary batteries. There is very little information, and it would be wrong to speculate over this tragedy at the present time. However, it does appear that there was a major fire, and the lithium-ion batteries are essentially safe unless they are abused. And abuse can be in many forms: overheating, overcharging, defects introduced at the manufacturing stage, penetration, crushing. But until they are abused, they are safe. And we must not forget that with respect to electric vehicles, the number of electric vehicles have actually burned or exploded since 2010. The validated number is only about 600 or thereabouts. And that's out of a current park of electric vehicles of over 40 million. So they are a lot less likely to burn or have an incident than conventional vehicles are.
Well, because there are concerns, because lithium on its own is a high energy density material. So there are hazards that are related specifically to the use of lithium, whether it's in primary batteries or in lithium-ion cells. The concern, of course, is that our factories, our producers, are having the right safety measures in place to address these hazards that are specific to lithium.
Yeah, I mean, if you look across the world, there are many, many lithium-ion battery producers. There's one near my hometown in the north of England. That has had absolutely no safety issues whatsoever since about 2011. There are many battery producers that have not had any fires or incidents involving lithium-ion batteries. The point is that the reason that lithium-ion batteries are so special is that they have a very large amount of energy in a very small space. And so does petrol. The difference is, of course, well, the challenge is the same thing: a large amount of energy in a very small space. If that gets released in an uncontrolled fashion, then you can get fires and explosions. But again, when we first had conventional vehicles with petrol back in the turn of the 19th century, then there were probably many fires, but we learned to deal with the risks and hazards, and we will do so. We are very good on this planet at dealing with the management of safety.
So a final question, Professor Christensen.
There is no reason, in my view...
Just to squeeze in a final question, the fire department in Seoul saying that traditional standard measures of putting out fires would not have worked in this instance because it involved lithium. So as you say, if we learn from this lesson, what kind of fire prevention methods or extinguishing methods need to be in place in lithium-ion or lithium primary cell producers?
I cannot answer that at the present time. We don't have enough information. There's not enough research out there. I do agree that electric vehicles and battery energy storage systems, large lithium-ion batteries, present a very, very challenging thing to first responders. And as yet, we have not come up with any solutions.
Well, thanks for that, Professor Paul Christensen from Newcastle University.